Hi everyone, I'm back with more popular questions about PCs and PC building. Today's is one that often strikes terror into the heart of PC builders. How do I remove a CPU cooler without damaging anything? People ask us this question because no one wants to accidentally rip out a CPU from its socket, since that can accidentally bend the delicate pins found on either the CPU or in the motherboard socket, or worse, actually break pins, which you can't come back from. RIP hardware. You'll find the pins in the motherboard socket for LGA CPUs, which are more commonly Intel ones, and on the processor itself for PGA CPUs, more commonly AMD ones. So the best way to avoid damage is to first warm up the thermal paste squished between the cooler and the CPU before unmounting the cooler, since cold thermal paste is more likely to keep the heatsink and processor welded together. Just run your system for about 10 to 15 minutes, then go about your normal process for removal. That would be powering down, unplugging from the wall, etc., etc. The thermal paste should be gluey and pliable at that point, thus allowing you to detach the cooler with ease. When you do remove the cooler, use a very gentle back and forth twisting motion. Start small first, moving slowly in a direction until you meet a bit of resistance, then go back in the opposite direction. With warm thermal paste, you shouldn't have much trouble freeing the cooler and then pulling it away. If the heatsink is still stuck to the CPU, run the PC again for longer. You can also still try wiggling it very minimally to free it. Go no more than 1 millimeter back and forth until it gets loose. Stay on the same horizontal plane the whole time and do not pull up on it at all. In the event that you do yank a CPU out of its socket, you may still end up okay. We've had it happen to us without irreparable pin damage, but it's definitely not fun to deal with when it's on the motherboard instead of the CPU. For bent pins, gently push them back into place using a credit card, a pair of tweezers, the tip of a mechanical pencil, or a sewing needle, depending on how severely they're bent. The more bent they are, the more fine-tipped a tool you'll need. Go slowly and don't rush the process. It can take anywhere from minutes to hours to complete the fix. Speaking of bent pins, one more related tip. If you're removing a CPU cooler as part of tearing down your motherboard for repair or replacement, don't destroy your careful work by putting on the wrong socket cover. When you bring down the motherboard's metal lever to lock a wrong cover in place, you'll crunch a ton of pins and your motherboard is toast. You can't just skip putting on the cover either. It's usually required for an RMA to be valid. And if you have more than one DIY PC built in the house, it can be easy to mix up the socket covers you have stored away. Alright, so that does it for this question. If the answer helped you out, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe to our channel if you want more PC building advice. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.